Gigs here once again for another Constantiam base tour. Now, today should be my normal regular base tour. However, I had something special planned and I'm still working on it. So I thought instead of rushing another base tour, I would throw a spawn base tour out there, seeing I have a few of those up my sleeve. So, welcome to Dusty923's little Purpur Island. Well, it's a mushroom island base, however I call it the Purpur base because there's an awful lot of purpur blocks here, as you can see. Now, it's not a huge base, it's a little tiny base. It was established about September 2016, so it's about nearly 3 years old. It's not, I don't know whether it's incomplete or it's been partially griefed or what, I'm not sure, but it's not complete. It's not a complete base, it's just part of a base. Now I'm guessing that given this is 2016 base, that this is an elytra tower, so this is an elytra takeoff point. Either that or a high dive, but I'm guessing an elytra takeoff point. Again, a lot of bases sort of around that area had these installed. And just while we're up here, because I won't worry about going all the way over there, you can see an area over there that looked as if it had been going to be maybe flattened out for a map. Not sure. It is quite a huge area over there. It looks about map size. And Dusty was actually placing blocks in order to make that platform. So not sure why Dusty abandoned this space. It could be because it got found. Hard to tell. Again, it is sort of a spawnish base. It's fairly close in. Or maybe they just decided to stop playing and that was sort of the end of that. Or I don't know. We won't know unless Dusty tells us, I suppose. So this little area over here, and again this is a base I found when I had elytra myself and was flying around and spotted this great big contraption sort of sitting down here, and it took me a while to sort of work out exactly what it was, because it was quite an interesting little build and it's an interesting little shape. But actually what it is, and if you pop up here you can see it a little bit more, it's a purpur farm, which I thought was kind of cool. Never seen one set up this way, and I'm not 100% sure of whether or not this worked with the automatic farming of it or just the automatic collection of it, because obviously you're going to be placing your chorus flowers down here. Now normally you would break them and let it fall, but I'm not sure whether or not water breaks purpur or the chorus plants and sends it all the way down there. I'm constantly calling chorus plants purpur. I know I had one someone had built for me that had pistons, you can see the pistons there, that shook the ground, that broke it, but I'm not sure. There is, as you saw, pistons there. Oops. If you flick this lever here, what it does is it releases water and the water stream goes all the way down to there. So definitely it would flush all of the chorus fruit down to the end, but I don't know whether or not it would. I don't know. I'm gonna have to test that out and find out myself now, because I'm curious as to whether or not it would actually break the plants as well. When you click that, it retracts the water, so it all goes down. So I thought that was a really cool design, and I am guessing that the plants that were here were potentially the ones that were being used to harvest the flowers themselves, because obviously if you auto break, or even if you just break at the bottom the chorus, you don't get the flower, therefore you don't get to replant it. So then it would come on down here and flow into the hopper system. Do we have anything in here? Ooh. Bits and pieces. Other than that. Oh, and a hopper. Hopper and the hopper. So yeah, so it'll all come down here and collect into here, which would help Dusty build his purple island. Again, though, I think that it was interrupted, no doubt. If you were going to build something as elaborate as that, you had plans to build more of it. You can see the ground has been converted from mycelium into grass, which gives you this nice green grassy texture. Although this part over here was sectioned off, so I'm not sure whether or not, again, whether or not this had special plans, whether or not he was going to sort of segment off this part of the island to remain a mushroom island. Hard to tell. Obviously had silk touch. Yeah, was blocking it off with a bit of a wall. Now there were two grinder setups in this base. There was a spider zombie setup, but that has been griefed. Someone has removed the spawners, so that was down over there. So there's no point going down there. All it is an underground sort of tunnel and stairs heading towards it, which you can head on down here as well and sort of follow it through and go through over there. The other spawner was a am I lost? Am I lost? The other one was a zombie. Ah, here it is. Is a zombie spawner, which is quite a nice little setup. And I thought I would just pop on down and have a look at it because it's nicely decorated. It has been repaired a little bit. So you've got a nice little setup here where the zombies will come along and head on up there, so you can see them coming up, and they'll come on down here and get ready for you to kill them. No hopper set up to collect all the drops or anything. This is, I don't know whether there were chests here and someone's removed the chests. It's an interesting little detail on the roof there. Bit of armor and bits and pieces. Ooh, efficiency 1 stone shovel. Down here was into the mines, so nothing really down there. And then over down here again is a tunnel that took you all the way down to the spider and the other zombie spawner. So I just thought this was kind of a nice little room. Wanted to show it off. Zombies. It's missing a couple of purple blocks there. Someone dug straight down. Looks like someone might have dug straight down, broke the roof. It's going to happen when you have visitors to spawn bases. Things will get broken and people will take shortcuts. No doubt they saw the chests and just dug straight down. Is that it there? Yeah. Dug straight down. No, I think this might have been an AFK fishing spot. And if the cobble got added later on by someone else. Nice little spot in the chests. I don't know. I saw this when I first visited the base, this rail system, and I don't know what it was used for. I thought maybe villages. Maybe they were transporting villages or mobs or something. If you head on down here, you have another little tiny, mob city. Ah! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No killing me. No, no, we don't want to die. Go away. So this is the platform. And there's obviously a little Enderman killing spot over here. As you can see, it was quite a big platform area that definitely looks like it is some pieces. Definitely looks like it might have been set up for a map. A lot of work to fill in all this area. I know this because I've done maps myself before and it was hideous. Hideous, hideous, hideous. I've been hanging around here too long. Oops. As you can see, there is a little tiny build there. Just need to get away from all these mobs before I... Oh, well, that was fun. Of course, we didn't have the mobs when we were sitting over here on the Mushroom Island. Creepers blowing up all over the place. Creepers be griefing. So I'm just going to chill over here till daytime and then we'll go over and we'll have a look over there. Okay, here we go. Daylight so that we're not going to get, yeah, hammered by the mobs over here where they're not going to destroy everything. Yeah, we'll ignore the little creeper explosions there. So yeah, so there's this little tiny build here. Maybe it was a safe spot or something. You can go away. It's definitely a safe spot. Ha! Some bits and pieces in here, more rails and things. Maybe it was... So I know that this will stop mobs from coming through, but you'll still come through if you're on a minecart or an entity will. So not sure. I mean, it obviously had a purpose, but it's just a little bit confusing as to exactly what its purpose was. We'll have to maybe contact Dusty to try and find out, because it's definitely interesting to know. Number one, was that going to be a map? Number two, what was this little box for? Very interesting. But basically that is it. That is the little base. A bit of a spruce farm over here that we walked past. The animals that were in the pen are gone. I can't even remember when I first visited this base whether or not the animals were still here or not. I think they might have been mushrooms. I mean, it's good to see some of the mushrooms have survived and are still wandering around, but yeah, interesting. But yes, that's it for today. Sorry this isn't my normal base tour. As I said, I am working on a project and I just wanted to make it a bit special, so I didn't want to rush it, so I thought I would do this base instead. So I will have a base tour as normal for next week. I am running low on bases to tour. I've got a few spawn bases, but as far as fully fledged bases are concerned, my stock is dwindling. Not a bad thing. That means that we have less griefed or found or abandoned bases out there for me to show off. But you know, this is what happens. We'll have to see what I can show you off in the future weeks that come along. But in the meantime, thank you very much for joining me for this little mini base tour, and you have a great day.